Oh man, it went live anyway. What's going on, guys? Man, I restarted my computer and it still went live. Wow. What's going on, family? Let me say this before I say anything else. Listen, there hasn't been a new asset class since the bond market was started in 1693. Well, now there's a new asset class, and it is the digital asset space. The question is, are you participating? What is going on, guys? It's the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good to see you guys. Let me get back over here. What's going on? Friday night. Someone was first and my stream messed up. Now they're not here. I hope they come back. I forget who it was. Purple Kush is in the building. What's going on? Will XRP is here. What's up? What's up, Purple Kush? Jeremy Hustman. It's good. It's good. What's good? I like that. Patriots have no skin color. I heard that, my friend. Hey, Crypto Siege. What's up, Sumreal guy? Yeah, and see my comment on the color of skin video you had. Thank you. I will. Hey, Siege, we appreciate all your work. Thank you, Joey Stalin. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate you being here. Dion, what's good? What's good? How are you doing tonight? Peace to you, my friend. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jeremy. You got me this time. Yeah, I'm glad you made it, man. I'm glad we're able to hook up without question. Yeah, so I'm glad you guys had a chance to see that video. I wanted to get it out. And I did something on Instagram television, and I just thought, it's just not enough. I haven't used that thing in forever. And I was thinking, it's 10 minutes was good. But yeah, I'm glad I had a chance to do something today. And I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight as well. What is going on? Hold on a second. Let me change. We need some light going. We need some light. Need to lighten up the situation a little bit. What's going on, family? Yeah, shout out to Stuart XRP reminding us of a thing during these particular times. That's why I love the community so much. Reminding us of a thing. I'm going to share with you something that just came out last year, literally just last year. Deep Mind is in the building. What's up, Siege and family? Friday night chill session without question. Absolutely going to hang out. Got my favorite, one of my favorite libations. I hope you guys got yours as well. Yep, new phone, Deep Mind. Man, I had to get a new phone. My Note 9 went bust. It went bust. I spent a day and a half trying to figure out what phone I was going to get, and it just ended up just like, you know what? Let me just get something and move on. What's that say? Is that Kojo XRP? What up, Kojo? Kojo XRP 69. Good to see you. TJ Jackson's like, I definitely got the libation. I hear that, brother. Waiting on mine, getting poured as we speak. Oh, man. Yeah. I had to get a new phone. It was pretty, the most arduous thing, to be honest with you, in that phone, Deep Mind, is deciding on which one to go with. And ultimately, I just took advantage of a little special they had going on, $300. If you turned in your old phone, which was, my phone was just dead. It was powering on and off by itself. I had all the background apps closed and it's still. So anyway, so I took advantage of a little $300 special, got a little simple S phone, nothing big, right? And just took advantage of that. And yeah, it's all good. It's a little on the smaller side. I would have liked the bigger one, but in the end, there it is. Good to see you guys tonight, mate. $12 likes and 10 viewers. Nice start. Yeah, thank you. XRP Rocket Man is in the building. That was you who was first? I appreciate you being here, XRP Rocket Man. Yeah, I got elbow call. Yeah, I got to tell you. Did you guys check out that video I did earlier today? Reflections. What is it? Reflections on the color of my skin, my thoughts and experience. You definitely want to go check that out without question. See if you guys, I wonder if you guys caught the subtle message. I wonder if you guys caught that subtle message. Just, just my person, no. Yes, indeed. Friday night, Eli's in the building. What's going on? Deep Mind says, just watched it. Powerful. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Trevor J, what's going on? Do you think market cap matters for XRP? No, I don't. Trevor J. I don't think market cap at all matters for XRP. I think the fundamentals for XRP is the only thing that matters. It is the only thing that matters. And we covered the interview that DAI was asked to do. Come to find out, he was asked to do that interview of Greg Kidd, and great kid, great questions. I got to tell you, great questions. And I love the fact that Greg Kidd was honest and transparent. I love that. And every time I turn around, quite frankly, this is what I'm learning more and more. And when I get it when it's in front of a camera. I get it. Not putting anyone on the pedestal. That's not what I do. But I just love the fact that we get just a nice level of transparency. I mean, I love that. 100% love that about the people associated with that company. I got to tell you, and I'm excited about it going forward. I'm excited about it going forward. We could talk the ledger. What we say on this channel. We could talk the universal. We could talk ledger, universal ledger. We can talk Codius, right? We could talk XRP. In the end, like we say on this channel, just pick one. The ILP, the XRPL ledger, Codius, XRP, ODL. Just pick one. Just pick one. And all of them are game changers. All of them are game changers. Just pick one. Just pick one. And I might as well say the decentralized exchange as well. I mean, look, when Naveen Gupta says put a dent in the world or swing and miss, and I'm paraphrasing, a dent in the world or a swing and a miss. Yeah, it looks really, really promising. And I got to tell you, when Greg Kidd said that he found out about this project at a poker game, right? At a card game, poker game, card game, I 1000% can visualize that, right? How boys get together, right? How they do, right? This is just another level. Hey, props to him, right? Props to Greg Kidd. He's done his work, and that's where he is. If he's in the 1%, he's in the 1%. If he's in the 1% of the 1%, that's where he is. But the fact of the matter that he was just having a poker game and he heard about it, I could see it. I could see it. I could see the conversation. That's how that stuff happens. You and I hang out with who we hang out, right? They hang out with who they hang out with. So I could see and hear the conversation. And when he said that, I'm trying to think exactly what he said. But this idea of a one ledger or a universal ledger that captures all the different values and unbelievable. I mean, like game, and he saw it. And the thing that I like so much about it is he saw it. He was already massively doing okay. And this dude said, I have to go and get myself a job there so that I can learn about this thing. Now I get it, chief risk officer. Okay. The CRO. Okay. Right. Right. So home runs with Twitter and I forget the other thing. Right. But you have to you have to see a thing. And the only way that you see a thing is you've been through some things to be able to catch that vision. So massively so that this dude said, I'm going to get up out of my chair. I'm going to get on a plane or however he got there, and I'm going to go meet these guys. It's powerful stuff. That's right, Deep Mind. That's exactly right, Deep Mind. Golf outings and poker games where the deals get made. There you go, bro. There you go. Right. And I just, for him to share that story, be transparent, is really, really cool. Shout out again to DAI for asking those tough questions, right? And I watched the subsequent videos, and he explains and how they had a pre-call or two, right? Like a pre-call, maybe even two. And, he asked flat out, or is there anything off the table in terms of questions, right? So that's just smart. I'm like, that's just smart to ask that, right? Up front and ahead of time. No gotchas, right? We don't want gotchas, right? When you get an opportunity to interview someone like that. So you don't want to, you don't want any gotchas, right? So, it's very smart of him to ask if there's anything off the table that I can't ask, right? So I thought that was cool. That was smart, very, very smart of him. And yeah, just a brilliant conversation, a brilliant interview. And I walked away from watching that. Number one, very, very thankful for GDLT for streaming it. But number two, how we talk on this channel, think and act like financial institutions, right? So now, listen, we may have not been in a position to, do a 1% option on the entire flow, as he puts it. But in the end, think about the asset that you hold and in the company that you share because you hold the asset. Very, very important, right? Very important and very cool to know that, right? Very cool to know that. Well, I'm excited about those of us here on the channel now, those of us in the community, right? That next Greg kid, if you will, right? The next Greg kid. What's that? Well, I'm getting excited about the potential golf outing and the potential poker table and the poker game in the future that you, my friends, will be sitting at, and the conversation that you'll happen to have, right? That's what I get excited about. He said 1%, my friend, Deep Mind. He said 1%. So he said he took a cash option on 1% of the total flow of the XRP. So, he made a point to say 1%. So I'm guessing that it wasn't a complete leverage, but I think it's a little bit different than maybe some of the early quote unquote employees, because, right, he's coming there. He came to the table having been there and done that already, right? Some people came to the table being really, really smart people, right? But some didn't have that win yet. They were just smart, right? That's a big difference, right? Greg Kidd was smart and had already gotten his, as we like to say. So I could imagine what that looked like for him. Nice. Blessed. I'm excited. I'm excited for him because this is what I see for us, right? Because again, guys, we're early adopters in an entirely new asset class, right? We are playing a game, my friends, that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And we're winning. So it's an exciting spot to be. Yeah, I see some people on these on Twitter, and they're talking about I don't know. I'm excited for them. Right, but I still feel like the Warren Buffett approach to the digital asset space is more apropos than it has ever been. Warren says, in the market, right, the stock market, right, the gains aren't the same, right? So he says, you don't need 50 different companies. You don't need 20 different things, right? if you've done your homework and you've done your due diligence, he says all you really need is like 3 to 5, right? And I said, well, I liken that, my analogy for the digital asset space, that's probably 5 to 8, right? New nascent space, that's probably 5 to 8, maybe 10, right? 5 to 10. Because it's new, right? So 5 to 10, Buffett's saying this stuff now, right? I mean, he's been, the stock market's not new. It's been around for a while, right? So I like in the digital asset space, I would equate his 3 to 5 to 5 to 10, 5 to 10. So, where are you on that? Where are you on that count? Where do you feel on that count? Where you look at real world use cases and you look at, I get potential stuff. Nothing's wrong with potential stuff. Nothing's wrong with the potential stuff of hollow chain and Hedera hash graph. Nothing's wrong with that, but just understand that those are early stuff. And right, you got but do you feel like long-term game changer? Can you do research and see the CEO and the CTO and the CFO in interviews on MSNBC, on CNBC? Like, can you say that, right? And so, this hiding behind decentralization and anonymity, that's not going to work. That's not going to work for a game-changing digital asset that's backed by a company. That's not going, right? That's not going to work, right? So this is what I'm saying. So I get the Hedera hash graphs and the hollow chains. I get it with that potential to do a thing. I want to see the CEO. I want to see the CTO. I want to see the team. I want to see them out there doing their thing. That's for me. And I get most of the time, for me, most of the time it's Sonny Liu most of the time, but there's a big difference between Sonny Liu and Justin Sun, right? So these are the things that I look at, right? And I would encourage you to do that as well. When you're talking that 5 to 8, I'm not talking about that 5 to 10. I'm not talking about, some 20, 30, 40, 60% gains. I'm not talking about those, right? I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the long term. The long term. What are yours? Tell me about them. The long term. The dude, the CEO is going to be there. The team, right, is going to be there. They're thinking and looking 5 steps ahead. That kind of stuff. That's what I'm talking about, right? And so when I listen to Greg Kidd, I'm like, well, I got one. Right? I think, you know what? I got one. And I'm close to 2. I believe. Me personally, 2. You know what I mean? Me personally, 2 in VeChain. But do I have other assets besides VeChain and XRP? Yep. I'm talking about, I haven't narrowed down my 8 to 10 to 8 to 10 good ones. I got one, and VeChain's right there. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if Hedera hash graph is going to be here 5 or 10 years from now, but I know Ripple and XRP will. And I guess that's the thing. That's kind of that question. Do you know that particular asset, a coin, is going to be around 5 to 10? I don't know. Me personally, if I can't check out the team, and if the team can't get in front of a camera, I don't know. Or in other words, right? They don't have to go on MSNBC, but can you get to a blockchain conference of some sort? right? Can you get to some kind? I mean, they have them all the time. You can do it from your home now. You don't even have to worry about traveling. Can you get on something? where you can share your project, right? That's what I'm talking about, right? Tell me about the team. Where are they? What are they doing? Are they showing themselves? Right? That's the thing. So anyway, that's kind of my little, my little rant there. Just be careful. We're blessed with a blessed spot, and we're in a blessed spot as XRP hodlers. You certainly have to do your own homework and due diligence on some other things, but we're in a blessed spot. Like the homework and the due diligence, like that's done. That's right. That's done. 2012, now it's 2020, 8 years later. Like it's done. I got my first XRP early 2017. I wasted a year and a half messing around in high yield investment platforms. Whoa. Imagine if I could have said I got my first XRP in 2015 or 2016. Man, that would have been really nice, but I didn't. I was messing around in the HYIPs and Bitcoin. So, in any case, so guys, you remember this little interview or thing from Urim Exim Bank? Let's share that a little bit. I thought it was pretty apropos. Frank McGillicuddy is in the building. What's up, Frank? Use case and utility. Understand it. That's right. That's right, Deep Mind. That's a great point, brother. We get to pick through the garbage and pick the best bones before the herd comes. And that is, my friend, that's the mentality. That's the mindset that you have to have. It's a blessing. I mean, I get it. It's like a blessing and a curse. But in the end, if you got the stick-to-itiveness, right, you got that sticking, right? If you got long-term mindset, if you got that thing inside you where you can resolve to the end, if you got that, in this space, you're good. If you got that, right? So many lessons, right? I mean, just think about how much you've grown. A lot of people always looking, look, don't look at how far you got to go. Look how far you've come. How many people do you know could have weathered this bear market the way that you have? How many people you know? How many people you know that could have weathered this storm for as long as you have? So important to get that. So important to get that. I'm talking the savviest of the savviest investors might not still be around. You weathered, right? You weathered a big time storm. Yeah, so, make sure you understand and give yourself some props. Give yourself some props because that's what you've done without question. So, and so just another thing, thank goodness for this community that helps us, right? I mean, helps us, right? That's what the community is so amazing. That includes the content creators, right? So amazing. People take time to share. People take time to add value to the community so that together we can all win. And let me share something from I believe it was Stuart XRP. Let me share this with you guys. Let's do Brave. That's not bad. And again, shout out to Digital Assets Daily and Stewart XRP for constantly every day adding value to the community. Thank you guys for doing that. What a great find that was there. And this is who is he again? Why I feel like I'm missing a Twitter. This is from Euro Exim's Bank, Graham Bright. I believe he's the CTO or CFO. So really, really good stuff here from Stored XRP. But let me get back in the chat and then I'll go over that article. So remember that, guys, right? No sound? What the hell? Can you guys hear me? What was the no sound on? Hope you can hear me. What was the no audio on the video? Oh, man. No audio on the video. Yeah, but did you guys not hear that video? Thank you, Frank. If you didn't hear the video, let me know. I will do it again. One too many bears, huh? What's that? Buy chip XRP. You can hear me fine. Did you guys hear that video? I want to make sure you heard the video. Negative on the video?
In the payments industry so far, and what do you think are some of the opportunities going into the next decade?
Okay. Well, the first thing we're seeing is de-risking by some of the major players in the market. They're cutting down the number of correspondent relationships they have, which means that any external institutions, perhaps in Africa, are finding it very difficult to get bank accounts and to move their physical payments around the world. And here we're seeing an alternative payment market actually arising from here. More opportunity with that, lower cost of payments, and also using cryptocurrency instead of moving to fiat currency. So for ourselves, we're using Ripple in order to effect a payment transaction using a blockchain underlying enabling technology, but also using XRP cryptocurrency as the main one to handle on-demand liquidity.
Okay, so yeah, so it's odd. It's like sometimes I have to turn my mic off for you guys to hear it and make sure I share audio, and sometimes I don't. Well, that time I didn't have to. So good. Right? I mean, it's powerful, right? That's that connection there with Africa and Euromex from Bank. But he said both using Ripple and its technology, but also using XRP. And it's just a reminder of, the banks aren't going to use XRP and that kind of madness, right? We all get it. Listen, in the end, I don't think there's a more powerful thing that can be said than the Ripple net effect, right? So the Ripple net network and its network effect, Ripple net and its network effect is going to be massive. Because you are not going to want to be that SME, SMB, money MTO, money transmitter operator that's on the outside looking in on the Ripple net. You're not going to want to be that guy. I mean, they are just cornering the market every time you turn around. And deep mind, yeah, what the heck is Mr. Yoshitaka Katao doing? Oh, let me find that. What is Mr. Yoshitaka Katao doing? What is he doing? Taking big time ownership stake, majority ownership stake in a company that's actually out of Brazil, but is in Japan. I forget the name of it. Shout out to Crypto Eddie for sharing that. This dude will not let XRP lose. Katao's son. This dude will not let XRP lose. You're talking about a dude who embodies the definition of vision, right? The definition of vision is seeing it before the masses see it. Man, that dude, he is not messing around. That's right, the boss of bosses. Katao is the boss of bosses. So that's just a friendly reminder. Euramexim Bank, and he's had some other raving glows. That little 1 minute video was just part of it. He has some big time raving, glaring, just glowing sentiments about Ripple, the company, ODL, XRP. I mean, again, shout out to Stuart XRP. Just that reminder of what's really ultimately going on. Guys, 50 people in the stream. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe. It's good to hang out with you guys tonight. I appreciate you guys checking out my video earlier today. There's a subtle message in there. For sale says, I'm here for the Friday night hangout. Well, I appreciate you being here, bro. I appreciate you being here for sure. XRP Lava's in the building. What's going on, XRP Lava? You know, just a little friendly reminder. Stored XRP has some good stuff. What's up with this check thing? What's up with this? You guys hearing this? They're adjusting the ledger or tweaking the ledger that will accommodate for checks. Did you guys hear that? Accommodate for checks on the ledger. There it is right there. How do you pronounce that? Was it Dado Bank? Dado? Thank you, TJ Jackson. Oh, tequila. Awesome. What's going on? Is that Rocky? It's a Rocky. Which is it? Rocky Kumar or Rocky Kumar? Check cash it. Let me see. It was like a tweak to the ledger that would allow for checks. Did I get rid of? Oh, there it is. Yeah. XRP check feature may surface soon. Did you guys catch that? A little check feature? Let me share that with you guys. Well, why don't I hit the share button first? Let's see what this is about together. Let's figure out what this is. So this is on Forbes. XRP check feature may surface soon. Thomas Silkjar is a contributor here. The XRP ledger is constantly in development, with new versions added to address issues or implement new features. As new features are added in XRPL terms, amendments, they are put out for voting amongst validators on the network. And if there is an 80% majority vote for 2 continuous weeks, the amendment is activated. Many features have found their way to the XRPL this way in the past, such as escrow, the feature Ripple has used to lock up 55 billion XRP with monthly releases, and deletable accounts that make it possible to delete accounts. I still got to learn how to do that. Not sure still. One of the amendments that has been around for a long time, but has not yet reached majority vote, is checks. Introduced with the 0.9.0 release in February of 2018, it might finally see the light of day as a UNL validator removed a veto. bringing it only one vote away from the majority. Alloy Network said, I will be removing my veto for the checks amendment today. With that, it will be one short of majority. And he tweeted it out. They tweeted it out and tagged Joel Katz and Ripple. A compliance move. The checks amendment is an implementation similar to the paper checks and works with both XRP and any other issued currency on the ledger, and let users of the network exchange funds asynchronously. I hope I said that right. A process asynchronously. I think I said it right. A process familiar to and accepted by the financial industry. A process familiar to and accepted by the financial industry. As an example, accounts can choose to strictly reject any incoming funds from transactions sent by unauthorized accounts, but use checks as an easy way to accept payments and choose to claim or reject at their discretion. This can help in compliance where an entity needs to know the source of funds received. The checks amendment is an implementation similar to the paper checks and works with both XRP and any other issued currency on the ledger, and lets users of the network exchange funds with that word I can't pronounce, asynchronously. A process, what I like is this is a process familiar to and accepted by the financial industry. I think it's important that he made a point to point that out, to note that in the article, accepted and something very familiar with. So is that leading to perhaps something that can be done today? I don't know. I think it was important that Alloy Network tweeted it out, that they took out their vote, removed their veto. Yeah, I'm not sure either, DeepMind, but interesting. I think right, because you could just move your veto, right? You could just remove your veto and go on your day, hit the park up, right? Go see your girl, go hang out, go travel. Like, why did you put it on Twitter? Like, you see what I'm saying, DeepMind? Why'd you put it on Twitter? You could have just removed your veto. Right? There's a reason why they tweeted it out. I'm fairly certain. That's very interesting, right, Jeremy? Yeah. Right? Doesn't it make you think? Well, I mean, somebody's at home, somebody's on a computer, somebody's doing something, they just remove their thing. Like, why you got to put it out on Twitter that you just remove the veto in relation to some check thing? And this particular check thing is a very familiar thing in the financial industry, right? Right? Makes you think. First thing I thought is checks. What? I'm thinking, I'm thinking a ledger. I'm thinking. First thing I'm thinking is is this going to be some way for them to introduce something into the Fed wire? Maybe get it in there quicker. I don't know. Crypto Keeper is in the building. What's going on, Crypto Keeper? Good to see you tonight, my friend. Gio Kamel. I have a question. How is XRP going to make us money in a supply and demand point of view? Well, it's like any other asset would make you money if you held it in a supply demand point of view, right? Less supply equals greater demand and raises the price. Really nothing more to it than that. Good to see you, Gio Kamel. Appreciate you hanging out tonight. John Edwards is in the building. What's up, John? Yeah, everything has to be. Again, we said this too the other day. Like, what is that going to look like at come IPO time with Ripple? And they have to do this full disclosure about what is going on with that escrow. What's going on with that escrow? How much of that XRP do you guys have? And where's the rest of it? And who has it, right? So, they might not have to say the who, right? But they got to say how much they got. Don't you think? They have to say how much they have. So I'm loving that. Absolutely loving that. It's coming. The IPO is coming without question. It is coming. I think once that disclosure gets out, and it's going to get out. It's going to get out. It's going to get out. Once we know that deal. And most of us believe there's zero chance that Ripple, the company, owns 50, is going to say, yeah, we own all 50 billion, right? So most people really align with the fact that it's already been pre-allocated. I suggest Ripple has somewhere between 4 and 7 billion themselves. The other is out there allocated to somewhere, to someone or some other entities. But once they get out, so the key is the disclosure that Ripple doesn't own it all, because that's been the big thing, right? Ripple's centralized and they're dumping on the company, on the holders, and they own all this right? That is going to be kicked to the curb. Finally. Fine. Well, deep mind that Greg Kidd said that he has not seen an IPO where everything was not put on the table, right? So I don't know. I'm hoping that they'll say, this is how much we got, and the rest is allocated. We can't say who is allocated to, but it's out to a number of other people. But this is all we have. I think if that gets out, man, it's going to just squash all that noise. And I think it's going to be big for XRP. I really, really do. And I love that. Did you see that Greg Kidd interview, Deep Mind? I like that, Eli. I like that. New slogan, old money doesn't want you to win because new money will come and dominate the ring. I like that. Oh, yeah, without question. Oh, you did see it? Okay, good. Because he mentioned a couple of times about him doing IPOs and being familiar with IPOs. I tell you, I don't know what this disclosure and what that's going to all look like, but man, would it be nice to know. For me, that's my ideal situation. Yeah, we got about 5, 6, 7 billion. But the rest is, it's been pre-allocated. It's been pre-allocated for some time. We can't say who has it because of NDAs. But yeah, as a company, this is what we have. Oh man, that is going to be great news. Because it feels like there's just something hanging over their heads, right? I mean, I love the analogy of the central bank and Ripple acting like a central bank and, kind of overseeing the XRP that's there. But it would be nice if some way they could kind of squash all that noise about them owning it. Now, you and I, most of us, right, we kind of get they don't own it all, and it's probably already pre-allocated. But if we could get that word out, I mean, I mean, they were already gifted 80% of it, right? Because the company didn't create it, right? 80% of the XRP was gifted to the company. 80%. So, yeah, man, that would be that if that happened, that would just be great. I would be so, because I know it would do something for the price. Yeah, yeah. And that's the other part two, Deep Mind, is what kind of IPO is this going to be? You know, what is it going to be? They got linked to doing their thing, which is, I don't know, doing their thing, you know, selling, you know, shares of a share or, you know, shares in a fund of Ripple. I don't know. Deep Mind says, I wonder about how the NDA will restrict disclosure. Yeah. I just have a funny feeling it will be a very different type of IPO. We shall see. Absolutely. It's going to be different. I mean, it's going to be historic. And I'm praying. I am praying that their ownership, what they own is out there. Right? Oh, man. We shall see. We are seeing unprecedented things of late. Nothing could be shocking at this point. That's right. A good point, Frank. What happened there? Oh, there it is. We are seeing unprecedented things of late. Nothing would be shocking at this point. Absolutely, Frank. I just can't wait. I gotta tell you, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good thing. Without question. Friday night, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It's been a really cool hang. For sure. I just wanted you guys to remind you guys that we're in a really good spot. We're blessed to be early adopters in this new asset class. We really are. And again, when I watched that interview with Greg Kidd, I'm thinking, yeah, I don't have the kind of XRP that he has. But you know what? Think and act, right? I hold an asset that a billionaire, multimillionaire holds. Pretty excited about that. Pretty. Yeah, you definitely want to watch the replay for it. So if you didn't catch the beginning, I did go on a bit of a thing. Guys, do me a favor and give me some love on that other video. Go check it out that I did earlier. It's called Reflections on the Color of My Skin, My Thoughts and Experience. You enjoy it. To suppress it to a certain degree. Yeah, it is. It is a time release, but how much do the company itself hold? I think the ultimate disclosure is, yep, this is because as long as they don't say who owns it, it's cool, right? Two things. They don't have to say who owns the other part. And the other thing is, how much do they actually own? Because I'm telling you, if it's 4 to 7 billion out of that 50 billion or 55 billion, whatever the number is, wow. Thank you, Deep Mind. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. For sure. Good stream, Seeds. Thank you, man. Enjoy your evening, family. Yeah, enjoy your evening, guys. I'm gonna hop off here, guys. Friday night hangout. It's been a really cool hang. I'm glad you guys had a chance to check in and get your favorite libation. Go hang out with the family now. Have a great night. I'm gonna remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, but we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. that the battle for you has already been fought and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.